Why does an avocado turn soft so much faster when you leave it beside a banana? It looks like an old kitchen superstition. You buy a rock-hard avocado on Monday, set it next to a banana, and somehow by Wednesday it feels ready for toast. Put the same avocado alone in a bowl, and it can sit there for what feels like a month, still hard enough to use as a paperweight. The banana is not warming it up. It is not somehow feeding it sugar, and it is definitely not ripening it by touch. The banana is sending it a message. That message is a gas called ethylene. You cannot see ethylene. You cannot smell it in the way you smell a banana, but fruits use it like a tiny chemical signal. When certain fruits begin to mature, they release ethylene into the air around them. Nearby fruit can detect it, and that signal tells it, now is the time to start changing. Bananas are especially good at this. A banana does not ripen in a quiet, private way. As it starts to turn from green to yellow, it releases more ethylene. The riper it gets, the more loudly it broadcasts that signal. An avocado is listening. This is where the trick becomes more interesting. An avocado can be fully grown when it is picked, but it does not really ripen on the tree the way many people expect. It stays firm until the ripening process begins after harvest. That is why you can find an avocado in the store that feels almost impossible to press with your thumb. Inside that hard avocado, the ingredients for softness are already there. The flesh contains oils, starches, cell walls, and enzymes waiting for the right instruction. Ethylene is one of the signals that starts the work. Once the avocado receives enough ethylene, enzymes begin changing the fruit from the inside. Starches become simpler sugars. The walls between cells start to break down. The flesh loses that stiff, almost rubbery resistance. What was green and solid becomes creamy enough to mash. That is why the banana trick works. The banana is not doing the ripening for the avocado. It is simply pushing the avocado to start its own ripening clock sooner. And then the avocado does something almost sneaky. After it starts ripening, the avocado can release more ethylene of its own. That means the process begins to reinforce itself. A little signal gets the fruit moving. The fruit makes more signal. The ripening speeds up. If you have ever checked an avocado in the morning, found it firm, and then discovered it was suddenly perfect or slightly too soft the next day, that is why it feels so fast near the end. This also explains a common mistake. People often put an avocado beside one banana, wait patiently, then forget about it for several days. By the time they come back, it has gone from hard to brown and mushy. Ripening is not a slow, steady staircase. It is closer to a door that finally swings open. There is another detail that matters: trapped air. If you put a banana and an avocado in a paper bag, the ethylene does not drift away as easily. It collects around the fruit. The avocado gets a stronger dose of the signal, so it usually ripens faster than it would on an open counter. That is why a paper bag is useful when you need an avocado soon. It creates a small pocket of ethylene-rich air. Add a banana, and you add a fruit that is actively producing the gas. But do not confuse a paper bag with a magic oven. Heat is not the goal. High heat can make the outside soften before the inside develops the flavor and texture you actually want. A sunny windowsill or a warm radiator may give you a soft avocado, but soft is not always ripe. Sometimes it just means the fruit has started to break down in the wrong way. Room temperature is usually enough. The useful part is the ethylene, not the heat. And plastic is not always better. A sealed plastic bag can trap too much moisture along with the gas. Moisture can encourage mold, especially if the fruit is already bruised or very ripe. A folded paper bag gives the ethylene a chance to gather while still letting the fruit breathe a little. Bananas are not the only fruits that can do this. Apples, pears, peaches, and tomatoes can also release ethylene as they ripen. But bananas became the famous kitchen partner because they are common, inexpensive, and often sitting on the counter already doing the job. There is one catch: this trick does not fix every avocado. If an avocado was picked too early, stored badly, or damaged by cold before it reached you, no amount of banana gas can turn it into a perfect one. It may soften unevenly, develop dark strings, or stay strangely watery. Ethylene can start a process, but it cannot rebuild a fruit that was never in good condition. So how do you use the trick without missing the perfect moment? If your avocado is hard and you want it in 2 or 3 days, place it in a paper bag with a banana and leave it on the counter. Check it once a day. When it gives slightly under gentle pressure near the top, move it to the refrigerator. Cold slows the ripening process down and buys you a little time. If you need it today, the honest answer is that nature may not cooperate. Heating an avocado can make it softer, but it does not create the same creamy, fully ripened texture. The banana method is fast for fruit, not instant for dinner. The strange part is that your kitchen is full of invisible conversations like this. A banana turns yellow, releases ethylene, and the avocado beside it changes its plan for the week. No touching, no magic. Just one fruit telling another fruit that the time has come. So the next time an avocado ripens next to a banana, remember what actually happened. The banana did not ripen it by proximity. It sent an invisible signal, and the avocado answered by ripening itself.